Okay, so here are the answers to 1 through 5. Actually, 1 through 6. Does anybody want me to go over or explain 1 through 6? We're okay with those? Just big thing too, remember any 3 points are coplanar. They make a plane. They have to be non-collinear to make a unique plane, and if they're collinear, they make infinitely many planes. All right. If a number is divisible by 5, then it is an odd number. Remember, if you see the word counterexample, that means it's false. Don't put on there true. I'm telling you it's false if I'm asking for a counterexample. So then it's odd. That's not always true because you could divide 10 by 5 or 20 or 30 or 40. Just give me an example. Okay? And also remember, converse means switch. So if you are going to switch, if a bird cannot fly, then it is an ostrich. Remember, after the word if should never be it. So when you switch them, what are you going to say? If a bird is an ostrich, then it cannot fly. Perfect. Any questions on 1 through 6? Okay, let's go over number 8 again. Or 1 through 7. I know I already went over. I think I went over with all of you, but let's go it over again just a little bit slower. So for this one, I'm giving you the radius and I'm giving you these 2 points. And what am I asking for? And when I ask for the length, what am I asking for? The distance. So I'm going to use distance formula. You need to have that memorized. Remember, that's x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. All right, and then it doesn't matter which one you plug in for which. So I'm going to make this my x1, y1, x2, y2. If you do it backwards, that's fine. So 6 minus negative 4 squared plus 0 minus 2.4 squared. Is everybody okay with that? Okay, and then what is 6 minus negative 4 really?
10.
It's plus, and it's 10. And what is 10 squared? 100. And then what is 0 minus 2.4? Negative 2.4. And what is 2.4 squared? Do y'all know how to do that in this calculator? Just do 2.4 times 2.4. And remember, it doesn't matter that it's negative. It should always be a positive number because a negative times a negative is a positive. So that's going to give you plus 5.76. Add that to 100, and I get the square root of 105.76. Hit the square root button, and what is our answer?
20.
Okay, but remember, it says to go to the thousandths. So how many decimal places is the thousandths?
3.
Yep, 3. So 10.284. Now, why is this not our answer? Because it is the radius. Did it ask for the radius?
No.
What did it ask for? So how do I find the diameter? So just take this, don't round it, and times it by 2, and what do you get? 20.568. Does that make more sense? Are we feeling okay about it? I'm going to skip this one right here and come back. But that's all you're doing on these as well. You're just doing distance formula over and over and over again. Do you want me to give you some time to do numbers 10 through 12? Or did y'all already do them? You already did it? Y'all don't want no time? You want a little bit of time? Take a little bit of time. I'll come by and I'm going to check y'all's. Okay, but do them on your own. Do you know how to do it on your own? Okay, so do it. I want to see you. So what if I put it on the board? Do it on your own? Oh, you already know the ingredient. Do the other ones or wait. How about you? What's the distance from E to E? Yeah, it's counting. Okay. And so what's 4/5 of 10? Go use a calculator. So you need 10 times 4/5 over that. Yeah, resistant. What was the first question on there?
C to U.
No, but it's E and E. E to start at E and W. Go back. Right, what is 4/5 of that? So go 8, and you end up at point. That's true. Okay. Number 10 and I'm just going to do 10, not 11, just because that one simplifies better. So for this one, x1, y1, x2, y2. And so I'm going to get 7 minus -3 squared plus 10 minus 2 squared. 7 plus 3 is squared. 10 minus 2 squared. And what is 100 plus 64? Okay, it doesn't tell me to round or anything like that, so I want you to give me the exact answer. How do I find the exact answer? I gotta put it, well, that's the rounded answer. If I were to put 164 and do that, that's a rounded answer. I have to simplify. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to sit there. You can do the tree if you want. You can just divide if you want. So I'm gonna divide by a bunch of things, and as I'm doing it, you're gonna notice nothing works. 164 divided by 49. 164. None of these are pretty numbers. I know it's not gonna be 25. That's still not pretty. 4, and it is. It's 4 and 41. And what is the square root of 4? So my answer is 2 square roots of 41. This is your exact answer. If I say give me an exact answer, that means no rounding. I want a simplified radical. If it's a decimal, I want a if it tells you, like in this problem right here, you see how it says round to the nearest thousandth? That's all you round. But if it doesn't tell you, or if it tells you exact answer, I want this one. Now this one right here, when you did distance formula for this one, you end up getting something like the square root of 76.96. You can't give me, that is already rounded, so you can't give me an exact answer. Yeah, then you would have to just plug it into the calculator. Correct. I'm never going to ask you for an exact answer on one like that. I'll ask you for a rounded answer, usually. Okay. Coordinates of triangle TU are 80-20, 20-60, and 110-85. Determine if the triangle is scalene, isosceles, or equilateral. What is scalene? None are equal. What's isosceles? 2 are equal. And what's equilateral? All equal or 3 equal. Okay? So now I'm just going to do, and I need to figure out if they're equal, I need to find the distance of each side. So, I'm going to do distance formula using T and U. Did y'all do 80 minus 20 or 20 minus 80? 20 minus 80? Okay, so 20 minus 80 squared plus 60 minus, that's supposed to be 60 minus 20 squared. And y'all are in assigned seats. You can come closer. No, that's a 60. That's a 60. Sorry. I had forgotten the 0. What is 20 minus 80? 20 minus 80? Negative 60 times negative 60 is, I didn't do that right. What did that get me? 3,600. What's 60 minus 20? 40. What is 40 times 40? 1,600. Use that calculator of yours if you need it. And when I add those two things together, I get 5,200. And what's the square root of that? It's like 72.111. Does that make sense? Now I'm going to do it again, but this time what letters am I going to use? U and V. So I'm going to do 110 minus 20 plus 85 minus 60. (110 minus 20 is 90, and 90 times 90 is 8,100.
Miss, can my friend come in here?
As long as he's not going to cause trouble.
Okay.
85 minus 60 is 25. And what's 25 times 25? 625. Just put in the calculator. And then when I add them together, I get 8,725. What is the square root of that? I just push the square root button. And it's like 93.408. Are all my sides going to be the same? Well, look. Are these sides the same? So is it going to be an equilateral triangle? No. Crossing that out. All right, now I'm going to do the last one silently. I'm going to do T and V. You can do that one on your own and look up, or you can just wait if you've already done it. T and V. Are you in geometry or algebra? You're in algebra? All right. What kind of triangle is this? Why is it a scalene triangle? Because none of those sides are the same.
Wait, so like in the test tomorrow, like the questions you put on here is like going to be like the same?
Same type of questions, different numbers. So it's not necessarily tomorrow's going to be scalene again. But you would do the distance formula 3 times and see if they're the same. That same type of question, yeah. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, these true-false questions. Point F is 4/5 the distance from E to B. How far is E to B? 10. How do I know what 4/5 of 10 is? Put it in the calculator, multiply, whatever you need to do. So when you multiply 10 times 4/5, and my sophomores, if y'all want to know how the freshmen do it too quick, you want to know how they do it so quick? They do it like this. What's 10 divided by 5?
2.
And what's 2 times 4? That's how they're doing it without a calculator. But it don't matter. You have a calculator, use it if you need it. Okay? So 8. So from E to B, 4/5 is going 8. So I'm going to start at E and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do I end up at point F?
Yes.
So that's true. Be careful, that one, most people that did false, it's because they were going B to E, just because y'all like to go left to right. This literally says from E to B. Point C is 1/4 the distance from E to D. So E to D is how much? 8. And I want 1/4. What's 1/4 of 8?
2.
So if I'm at E and I go 2, do I end up at C? So that's true. Does that make sense? Are you good over there? Okay, let me know. Nico, you good? All right, point A is 3/10 from B to E. Well, we already did B to E up here. What did we say B to E was? 10. So if I do 3/10, what is 3/10 times 10? So from B to E, if I start at B and I go 3, do I end up at point A? No, it's false. And then the next ones you just need to measure. BF is how far? B to F? 2. What's B to A? 7. Is 7 1/4 of 7? Is that 2? So that's false. Same thing here. CD is 6. What's BE? We've said that's 10. Is 3/5 of 10? Is that 6?
Yes.
3/5 times 10? 3 divided by 5 times 10? It is 6, so that's true. Okay, for number 14, I'm going to give y'all a minute. Did y'all do this? Did we do this one in every class? I did it with y'all. Did we do it with second period? No. Did we do it with fourth period? Yeah. Do you know how to do it on your own? No. If you have it already written on your paper, I just want you to look up so that you can maybe ask questions. If you don't, you can do it on. But for this question, if I'm missing a coordinate, the one I'm not missing, I'm always going to make x1, y1. And the one I am missing, I'm going to make x2, y2. What's this PL equals 10? That is the distance. So when I do my distance formula, x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared, and I'm going to plug in what I know. I know the distance is 10. And I know x2, these are ugly numbers, negative 21 minus 13 squared. Nope, y2. I did that backwards.
Attention students, there are 3 vehicles parked in the band parking lot. If you are the owner of a VW BPX 4347, also a pickup truck AB8 1675, and a Lexus SYF 2473. Please move your vehicle so the band can begin practicing.
I did that backwards. I didn't do x2. x2 is negative 13 minus, what is x1? Negative 21. So what is negative 13 plus 21? 8. And what is 8 squared? So that is where I got 64. Does everybody understand? Oh, I forgot to finish this, sorry. Does everybody understand where I got 64 from? Does that make sense? And then, do y'all agree that a negative and a negative becomes a positive? So this is going to be y2 plus 9 squared. And I'm going to bring down the 10. Okay, what next? I got to get rid of this square root. I got to get rid of this house. How do you get rid of a square root? Square. And what you do to one side? So that cancels out that squared. That's why I'm always scratching it out. And what is 10 squared? It does not cancel out that little one, though. It only canceled out the square root. Okay. What's my whole goal? What do I do next? What do I do? Subtract the 64, get rid of that side chick. And what is 100 minus 64? 36. I'm going to write it over here. Okay. Now what? Square. I got this squared. I got to get rid of this squared on the outside. It's easiest if you work outside kind of in. And what you do to one side? And that cancels that. So I'm just left with the x2 plus 9. No more parentheses. What is the square root of 64? But it's not just 6. Plus positive and negative 6. So I have positive 6 and negative 6. What do I do to this y2 to get rid of my plus 9? I'm going to minus 9. So what is 6 minus 9? And what is negative 6 minus 9? And that is my answer. What part are you getting stuck at? I get when I do it, you're like, okay, I'm asking you questions, right? As I'm doing it. What part are we getting stuck at?
For me, it's like you know when you're doing the business formula and then when you want to interact radical.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where you start the tree.
Okay, so not right here, way up here on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, if the way that I do it confuses you, just do the tree. You want to go over the tree? We can.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean that's what tutoring's for, right? So if I have 164. If I were to do the tree like this, you would probably divide it by 2, right? Is that what your brain does? So then I would get 2 and 82. And then what am I going to do? 82. I'm going to divide that by 2 and I get 2 and 41. Can I divide 41 by anything? Nope, so we're stopping at here. I don't need that 82. What's the rule? Pairs go on the outside, and the one by himself stays inside. Does that make sense? Okay. What I did was I just figured out what number it was. It was a perfect square. So what's 2 times 2?
4.
So it's the same thing. But what's the square root of 4? And that's why mine goes on the outside. But whatever way works for you, I want you to do tomorrow. Okay? All right, open up. I'll take about 10 more minutes. Midpoint formula. Do y'all remember midpoint formula? Y'all have done so good at fractional distance. Some of y'all would rather do that than the midpoint formula.
I did the midpoint formula.
You did the midpoint formula? What is it?
X1 plus X2 divided by 2.
Okay.
Y1 plus Y2 divided by 2.
This only works if it asks for midpoint. Any other fraction, it won't work. So in this case, we're going to add your x's, add your y's, and divide by 2. What is negative 2 plus 8? 6 divided by 2? 3. What is 15 plus 3?
18.
Divided by 2? Bam. That's your answer. What if I give you a table? Can you find the missing coordinates?
Yes.
How? Yeah, just doing the pattern. If I'm at 3 and I get to negative 1, what do I do? Subtract 4. So do that again. What is negative 1 minus 4? If I'm at 3 and I go to 7, what did I do? I know we're used to going down on a table, but you can do the same thing going up. And if I add 4 to 7, what's that? So my answer is 11, negative 5. Okay, this next question I should have went over in every class. I think I only went over it in 3rd period. I think that was because I messed up, right? Yeah. So y'all are the lucky ones here at tutoring. You get extra help. If there is 18 inches overlap, do y'all agree right here it overlaps twice? So this is 18 inches. If there's an 18-inch overlap between A and B, what is the total distance from A to B? How'd you get that?
Because 18 inches is 1.5 feet.
18 inches is 1.5 feet. How'd you get that?
Because 12 inches is 1 foot.
Yeah, 12 inches is 1 foot. So 18 divided by 12 is 1.5. So overlapping is 1.5 feet. So then what'd you do?
Subtracted 1.5 from 20.
All right, if I subtract 1.5 from 20, because I already know that's 20, I want to get rid of this right here. So I'm going to do 20 minus 1.5, and that gives me,
18.5.
and then what am I going to do?
Add 28.5.
So I get 38.5. Thank you. Ask me a question. I know I did it fast. Ask me a question. Oh, did you get it? Don't lie to me. Okay. No questions? Okay. Just be careful. I messed up the first time. I didn't realize that this was inches and this was feet. You don't realize that, you'll get it all wrong and you'll put 22 like me. All right, 18. What am I going to do? This is kind of like last test. What am I going to do on 18? What's my equation going to be?
10 plus 5x.
Your left plus your right equals the whole thing. And then just solve. How do you get x by itself?
Minus 7.
And then?
Divide by 5.
And what's 40 divided by 5? X is 8. So how do I find BC? What is 5 times 8? And somebody last class told me, they were like, Miss Olivares, if I know the whole thing's 50 and that's 10, don't I know that's 40? Yeah, sure. What about 19? 19 is different. How is 19 different? How do you know they equal? They have the tick marks. These two sides are equal. And I'm going to need to solve. I have x's on different sides. What do I do when x's are on different sides? I'm going to subtract. Be careful with your negatives here. What is 2x minus 3x? And then? And then? Here's also where people always get this question wrong. What do you think they do next? Plug it into both equations. What's 2 times 3? Plus 4? And guess what they write as their answer?
10.
Why is 10 not my answer?
Because it's asking for both of them.
It's asking for t to k. It wants the whole thing. If this side's 10, what should this side be?
10.
And if it's not,
Then it's
your x is probably wrong if it's not. 3 times 3 plus 1, is that also 10? So what's the whole thing? Yeah, you don't have to ask. Numbers 20 and 21 are very similar, but I want everyone to look at 21. Actually, 21's a little bit different, a little bit trickier. Why is 21 tricky? I only give you two things. I gave you the left side and the whole thing. What do? Do these equal each other? Why not? That's the whole thing. Is this the whole thing right here? No. What else do I know?
A, B, and B, C,
So isn't this also 3x plus 6?
yes.
So what is the whole thing here?
60 minus
You're right. But what else is it?
6x plus 12.
It's also 6x plus 12. And don't you agree 6x plus 12 can equal 60 minus 2x? X's are on both sides. Now normally we say we subtract, right? But it's already subtraction. So what are we going to do? Plus. What does x equal?
3.
And what is it asking for? Just BC. So what am I going to do?
Adding the x.
3 times 6
18
plus 6.
24.
Bam. All right, how do I find a fourth of the way from B to A? What do y'all do?
Count it.
Count them. And which way am I going?
Right up.
Be careful. What does it say?
From B.
From B to A. So which way am I going? I want y'all to draw that arrow on the problem when you get to it so that you know. So I'm going down and left. And where am I starting at?
50, 41.
So 50 and 41. And it's going to be minus because I'm going left and minus because I'm going down. Now let's talk about the x's. You told me I was going left. How far am I going left? I can't just count at 1, the graph is really bad. But 2, it's not even going by ones. I'm starting at 50, and where do I end up at? 10. How far did I go left? 40. 50 minus 10 is 40. And what am I have to do with that 40? 1/4. So that's 10. That's going to go with my x. For my y, how far down am I going to have to go if I was at 41 and I end up at 17?
24.
And what is 1/4 of that?
Miss Olive,
Yes.
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I have to go to great camp.
You have to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello, hello. And then what's 50 minus 10? 40. What's 41 minus 6? 35. And then y'all check to make sure that 40, 35, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, is that even on the line? Because if it's not anywhere near the line, you did something wrong. Okay? Y'all want to try the last one on your own, or you just want me to do it to get it over with? Just do it? Okay. So what am I going from what to what? J to K. So J is 1684. And what directions am I moving? Down and to the right. And if you went, your triangle goes the other way, that's fine. To the right is my x, so that's going to be what? It's going to be plus and minus because down is your y's. What's happening with my x? How do I figure out what's happening with the x's here? What's 88 minus 16? Use that baby calculator. 88 minus 16 is 72. And then how far do I want to go? 1/6. So 72 times 1/6 is 12. That's my x. For my y, what is 84 minus 18? 66. What is 1/6 of 66? 66 divided by 6 is 11. And then just do the math. What is 12 plus 16?
30. No, 20.
What is 84 minus 11?
73.
Bam. And then again, make sure, is 2873 about on my line? Does that make sense? It would be 1/6 of J to K.
That's how I got it.
Yeah, no